Semuanya. Sore astaga, ini pas bikin recordingnya hari Kamis sore, sehari sebelum kelas. Sebenarnya besok tetap ada kelas, cuma aku mengizinkan ya kalau bisa kita langsung bikin tutorial aja. Takutnya besok pas di kelas juga nggak paham banget. Sementara Meet udah deket nih, jadi aku bikin tutorial yang secara khusus ya, nanti mungkin kalian bisa buka di tempat masing-masing ya supaya bisa paham lagi lebih. Oke, without making any further ado, let us start. Kita mau bikin sebuah aplikasi CRUD yang super duper sederhana menggunakan C Sharp. Jadi konsepnya kita tetap menggunakan aplikasi yang khas banget ya, kayak di Alpro 1, Alpro 2. Semua pemrograman aku bikin selalu ada aplikasi KFC KW. Kenapa KFC KW? Ya kadang bukan yang ori ya, kadang ori ke KFC aja. Oke, ini nggak iklan. Oke, kita bikin .NET new console min and KFC KW. Sudah beres, sudah ada di sini. Dan sekarang kita close saja. Yaudah, bye bye. Terima kasih jasamu. Dan kita langsung mulai saja dengan coding yang sederhana. Yang paling pertama, teman-teman mungkin masih ingat kemarin ketika kita bermain dengan menggunakan file operations ya. Jadi dalam konsep ini teman-teman, kita akan mengcover menggunakan ya dalam membuat KW ini nantinya akan memanfaatkan penggunaan typo dari file operations, di mana hal ini sudah kita praktikkan minggu lalu ya. Pada pertemuan di minggu lalu. Oke. KFC KW ini adalah aplikasi CRUD dari sisi admin dalam pendataan dari menu. Dalam hal ini, oke. Oke, ini data admin itu adalah ID, item, harga, stok. Seperti itu. Dan nantinya menu ini akan dimasukkan dalam sebuah struct menu item. Oke, dan pastinya konstruktor. Dan dalam aplikasi ini juga akan menggunakan kelas tambahan yaitu KFC admin yang berfungsi menjalankan proses CRUD. Oke. Jadi aplikasinya sebenarnya simple aja sih, nggak yang ribet-ribet banget. Dan kalau mungkin kamu masih ingat di Alpro 1, aku udah pernah ngajarin dulu. Kalau Alpro 1 sih, Alpro 2 dulu aku udah pernah ajarin. Dan ini sangat-sangat ngebantu kamu dulu memahami. Jadi, Ibang, ini tapi udah lama kami nggak belajar Alpro, ya nggak ada masalah. Pada dasarnya semua coding itu sama kok. Ya, semua bahasa pemrograman itu hampir sama, cuma beda sintaks. Logikanya sama persis. Jadi kalau kamu pernah bikin aplikasi menggunakan Java di kelas PBO yang semester lalu, di tahun lalu, itu bagus, bisa dipakai. Mungkin kamu pakai PHP juga kemarin, logikanya buat CRUD ya kan sama persis. Kalau kamu juga masih pakai Alpro 2 ya, ketika main file operation sebelum menggunakan Fstream ya, ini logikanya kan sama persis juga. Jadi apa yang berbeda? Yang berbeda cuma sintaksnya doang ya, ibaratnya bahasa ya. Sama lah kayak when you are trying to learn English ya, the main important things you have to understand the context of every sentence ya, bukan hanya kata per kata. Jadi konteksnya yang harus tahu. Oke, so we will start the tutorial. Ya memang sebenarnya aku agak sedikit gimana ya dalam bahasa Inggris, semua ya udahlah. Ya, it is okay. I'm trying my best to speak in English to try to make an explanations to try to help you to understand more about C Sharp. But I think it is much more important to use Indonesian language because most of you were not a native speaker in English. Ya, jadi aku akan coba bikin dalam bahasa Indonesia aja ya. Oke, tapi nggak ada masalah kalau bang pengen dalam bahasa Inggris aja bang, karena ini kan tutorial hari Jumat, Friday is English day in this campus. Yes, it is. Yeah, so I will mix both. Yeah, okay. The first one we have to using the system, and then using system.io. Yeah, so our file operations will use the system.io. And then after that, yeah, you have to declare the public class. In this case, yeah, you have class program. Okay, class program. The content will be static void main. Okay, do we need return 0? No, we didn't need any return 0. It is not C++ where you declare as integer main, so it needs to return something, return an integer value. And then after that, this is the structure of our main program. Okay, and after that we have to declare the struct. Okay, struct-nya kita pakai apa sih namanya? The struct we use namanya adalah di sini menu item. Ya, menu item. Struct menu item. We declare it as public, so the struct could be used in many functions. Ya, dapat digunakan di seluruh aplikasi seperti itu tanpa menjadi eksklusif milik salah satu fungsi seperti itu. Okay. The first one will be ID. Public integer harga, and then the constructor, and then the structure of the constructor, which is, sorry, my bad. Yeah, our parameters will be integer ID, string item, item, integer harga, and then integer stock, like that, where we have to declare ID equals to ID. The value of item will be based on the item. Harga, stock. Okay. That is our struct constructor, seperti itu ya. Hopefully you can see the screen really clear. Yeah, it is. I'm learning from our previous meeting. It is hard to explain everything in such tiny projector screen. So I think it is better for everything we do since today until our last semester. I'll try to make 2 times explanation. The first one will be live on class. And then the second one, you can refer to the tutorial in my YouTube account. Ya, don't worry, I didn't make any monetization. Tidak akan nyari duit dari situ ya, ibaratnya. Ya, dan ini tujuannya untuk buat membantu mahasiswa. Oh, mulia sekali. Enggak juga sih. And then after that, we will use external class such as class KFC admin. Okay, class KFC admin that contains the first one, the most important one, is our file path. Yeah, we will store all of the menu that we already insert into these applications into menu.txt. So we will declare the file path of our menu. Okay, private string file path. Sorry, P-nya harus besar. File path will be menu.txt. And just a gentle reminder, if you write the menu.txt, it means that the file will be in the same folder as your main codes. For example, the program.cs is in the same directories as menu.txt. And then we create the public functions. The first one will be public void menu aplikasi. Oke. Kita akan bikin console.writeLine. This is some decorations, I think. It's not important, but I think it's kind of pretty if we use a proper theming, the proper layout, the proper structure for the code. So when the users open the command line interface, the presentation will be beautiful. We'll have some sort of aesthetic in that. WriteLine admin KFC application. Okay, and I will just copy like that line because it will still use the same decorations. Okay, console.writeLine. First one will be show menu. The second one add menu. The third one update the menu. The fourth one will be delete the menu. And the last one, oops, sorry, my bad. Press 0 to exit. Okay, and then some decorations such as Tada! That's the structure of menu aplikasi. Ya, atau mungkin kita bahasa Inggris saja, application menu. Ya, seperti itu, okay? After that, we will make an every functions of each menu. Ya, but before that, we have to declare the structure of our main program before we start building the applications. Ya, karena ini kan sebenarnya untuk application menu itu ya secara logika ya udah ini cuma strukturnya. But before that you have to make sure that we enable the user to use every class that we already declare in this applications. The first one will be using the class itself. KFC admin, we call it KFC, is a new KFC admin like this, and then we have integer n, and then in char what you call that, pil aja ya, pilihan, cuma nggak mungkin chau aja deh ya, choose sebenarnya ya, if I'm not mistaken our previous code we use pilihan, tapi karena dalam bahasa Inggris ya udahlah kita bikin choo aja, karena kok integer choose ya beda. What you call that? Integer chosen. Ya, seperti itu. Okay, hopefully it is not used by the default C#. And then make an output console.write. Okay, sorry. We're not writing anything, yeah. We have to while true while the applications is not set into exit. I mean, while the value of exit is still 1, we are not exiting the application. Okay, so first of all we console.clear. Okay, after clear that one, we show the application menu, and then write, enter your preference. enter your, my bad, yeah, number, and then it will be assigned as chosen will be our integer parse console dot read line, like that. And then we will use a switch case based on our chosen, the chosen based on our pilihan lah ya, mungkin kalau dulu masih ingat codingnya. Switch chosen case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4, case 0. I think that's all. And then default, like this. Okay, if you want to make an try and catch system, we can use in this case. For example, if the user is not put the right menu, what you call it, the right application preference, the number of the applications, yeah, it will throw an exception. But for now, I think we will exclude that thing, and you can still what you call it, refer to our previous class. The first one, to look the menu, kfc dot show menu. Okay, the second one will be kfc dot add menu. Okay, we will make a prompt. Okay, if the user still want to add a new line, while show. Okay, so the looping will be still continue if the user choose yes when there's a prompt. For example, console.write, do you want to add another item in item, yes or no, like this. Okay, and then show will be console.readline. Why we have to use the index 0? Yeah, it is depends on our preference, because when we are start using yes, for example, yeah, the starting of the string will be y. So it will still take the first character of the string, which is y, like that. Okay, if the user write as no, yeah, it will read as n. So the application will not continue since the choose, yeah, is already not yes, not y. Okay, and then after that break. Okay, the next one will be kfc.update menu. Okay, break. And the second last one, kfc.delete menu. Okay, break. And also exit from the applications. So environment 0, like this, and then break. And a prompt, our catch, if the user is not using input the same the correct applications, console.write line, the app number not valid. break. Like this. Okay, that's our main switch case application. If you will try to run, it will show an error. Why error? Because we didn't declare, see, specify project. Oh, sorry, change directory to kfc.net. Error, tada! We haven't declared the KFC update menu, delete menu, add menu, and show menu. Oh, we already declare about the application menu, but not showing the menu. Okay, see, the color is still blue. When we are already declaring the functions, the class, it will shows as yellow. Okay, so the first one, we will declare the show menu first, and then after show menu, we'll add menu, and then update menu, and then delete menu, and hopefully it could work before 14:45, because I have to pick up my mom from her house since she already stay outside of Unai. My father is already retired. Seperti itu, jadi dia kan tinggal di luar. Aku bikin secepat mungkin ya. Public void show menu. Okay. If file.exit, oh, it's my bad. I hate it. File access, file path, file not found. Okay, and then else console.writeLine KFC menu. Okay, and then we will still reuse the we will still use this code. Dot write line, the structure of our menu will be the first one ID, and then after that there will be item, there will be price, harga in this case. Oh, I forgot, we have to use English, right? Sip, beres. Oke, stock. Stock bukan ya? Iya, stock benar ya bahasa Inggris ya. Mungkin kalau salah tolong diperbaikin ya. I forgot. Itulah gak enaknya dalam bahasa Inggris sebenarnya sih, karena kan kita by default adalah Indonesians. So why we have to talk in English? I don't know. Yeah, to make the leader of this campus proud. Yeah. Does it really matters? I don't know. Depends on how you see it. I think that's not a problem to talk in English. It's not a big deal. But you have to understand every word that comes out from your teacher. Okay. String, or an array of string called lines. Get all lines from the file. Dot read all lines. I hate it. All lines, and then file path, like this. After that, we will write every line for each lines in the file path. In the file menu, we will parse it to every array, to an array. For example, for each, parse it var line in lines, Okay, string data will be line dot split by what? By spaces, like that. Yeah, but if you don't want to use any spaces, you can use split using comma. It is depends on your preference. If you prefer you to use spaces, you can still have space. But if you write for example, the name of the menu will be dada ayam, atau mungkin paha bawah, paha space bawah. So there will be a space that may become a problem for you, since the splitter in our lines will be based on the space. So it is much more safer if we are using the comma rather than using space. ID data 0, like this. String item will be data number 1. Int harga price will be parse data 2, like this. And then integer stock will be integer.parse data 3, like this. Okay, and then after that we have to write the item into the console, to make sure that our our user could read the actual menu of the applications. Ya, jadi kalau kamu nggak tulis console.writeLine di sini, yang nggak muncul apa-apa ya kasihan dong. Ya si user jadi nggak bisa ngelihat seperti itu. Ya sedikit males karena ini cuma formatting and then item backslash t and then price and then stock, like this. Okay, after that sorry, I forgot the console should written in the big capital letter. WriteLine. Jadi kan kalau di situ tinggal pakai getch doang ya. Kalau pakai getch, ya tinggal pakai getch seperti itu ya, supaya bikin press any line to continue. Atau dulu pakai system.pause. Okay, so for now, if the user is already see of the menu, they will prompt if the user already see the menu, please press any key to continue, and then when the user press any key, it will back to the main application interface. For example, this one. Yeah, our show menu, add menu, update menu, delete menu, and exit. Okay, the next one will be, wait, I have to make some space. Okay, the next one will be our adding menu. Seems like I cannot finish this tutorial for now. I'm trying my best, because I have to pick up my mom. The WriteLine. I forgot. Ya, aku cuma reuse aja biar nggak susah ngetiknya karena males banget gitu. Okay, and then after that, the write and then ID. Dot parse console readline. I will reuse the code. I think this is still the same logic as previous, but we only change it in accordance to our menu. After ID there will be item. Okay, since item is already string, we don't have to parse it like this. Okay, after that habis item itu adalah price. After price will be stock. Yeah, this is much more faster. Okay, now stream writer to write the menu item to the menu.txt. Okay, using stream writer called SW stream writer, the directory of the file path, and then true. Write line, and then the structure of the item, which is dollar. Okay, after that the ID, and then comma, and then the item, and then comma, and the price, and then comma, and then stock. Yeah, when you're still using space and anti-space to make separations between every items, for example ID space item, you can change the ID using a blank space like that, like this. But since there's an possibility that the items may be contain two words that is separated by an space, ya jadi pada error ya udah langsung kita bikin aja pakai koma biar jauh lebih gampang. Write line, item where like this. What about if the item is not added successfully? Yeah, you can try to make a try catch. But since we already make a file checker before, that we have to make sure that the applications, that the file path could not be read, the file path is accessed. Yes, so it is not a problem. Yeah, the menu will be still written, hopefully. The next one will be update menu. Update menu. You have to try to be consistent with your naming. Ya, aku akan coba pakai ini aja. Kita copy paste dari atas biar cepat, teman-teman. Like this. Close bracket. If file not found, return. Return means that application is done, and then return to the main menu. Okay, after that oh, there's no such else. There's no else. Okay, I will still reuse that line, this one. Okay, and after that okay, this one is better. Okay, After that, this is the same progress with our previous one. You can copy and paste from this line if you want to, but since I'm trying my best to not copy everything, maybe some of you will protest. Ya, kenapa sih langsung copy paste doang jadi susah? Oke, string maaf. Read all lines. File path. Okay. After that, okay. So the default, if it is not found, yeah, it will be true. Yeah, but since we already read that one, the found will be true by default. Ya, tapi kalau misalnya dia nggak ketemu ya langsung jadi false kalau nggak bisa kebuka filenya. Oke. Using Streamwriter file path. My bad, almost hampir aja salah bikin ya teman-teman. Oke, for each untuk masing-masing baris string line in lines. Okay, string data is a line dot split. By what splitting? By using an comma in here. Still remember, the structure will use comma instead of using spaces. Ya, jadi kamu harus ingat separatornya pakai apa. Okay, enter ID will be integer dot parse zero like this. Tada! If the ID equals to ID to update, okay, console dot write line input the new data. Okay, and I will reuse our previous code, which is this one. Ta-da! Okay, and just make it much more beautiful like this. Why we are not editing the ID? Because the ID cannot be edited. If you want to delete it, just delete it. Yeah, data is the ID will be an index, so it cannot be edited. Takutnya bentrok seperti itu. Okay, after that, write line. Copy paste dari atas biar cepat ya. Kita akan write line ke dalam kita punya struktur file tersebut. Like this. Okay, and then we have to declare found as true. Okay, and then else if the ID is not found, ya foundnya akan tetap by default adalah false kan. Ya kalau misalnya nggak ada berarti dia akan di skip aja. Ya dia akan pakai sw.write line. Artinya apa sih? Yang ditulis adalah baris yang sama. Line ini kan diambil dari kita punya data on console kan, or read all lines kan, disimpan dalam lines. Ya, sehingga dia akan ditulis lagi yang sama per masing-masing baris tersebut, sehingga tidak akan terjadi overwrite seperti itu. Okay, then after that just what you call it? Just a verifications. If found, else console.write line menu item has updated. If not, item not found. Okay, the last one. Yeah, I have to still pick up my mom's. Ya, dan make sure ini masih tetap dalam satu ya. Kita ceknya dari mana sih, dari curly brackets di sini ya, seperti itu. Ntar aku balas mamaku dulu deh. Bentar ya mam, sorry aku nggak bisa jemput. Mas sebentar ya. Aku masih ada bimbingan sedikit lagi. Oke ya, jadi karena kenapa sih penting banget teman-teman, aku ngasih tahu ya kenapa harus beres kali ini, soalnya habisnya masih ada bimbingan lagi dan anak-anak bimbingan daripada dikejar deadline pendaftaran SPK tuh hari ini terakhir katanya. Ya udah, I know that. Oke, kita lihat curly brackets kita udah benar ya, semua pasangannya jangan sampai overlapping dan kamu nanti stres sendiri. Oke. Public void delete menu. Okay, the items in delete menu, I think it is the same, yeah, with the update. What is the difference between hapus menu and delete menu? The difference is update menu, when we found the file, we will edit, yeah, we will edit the font ID. Ya, jadi kalau misalnya dia edit update tersebut, kalau dia ketemu ya baris tersebut kita rubah. Tapi kalau hapus, ketika di rewrite lagi ke dalam file tersebut, ya maka baris tersebut akan di skip aja. Oke, jadi aku akan copy aja semuanya dan paste. Ya, item was successfully deleted. Ini aku cuma copy semuanya dari sini ya di atas. And then after that you have to make sure that this is delete menu. So we have to delete item in the menu, and then dia masukin ID-nya. Kalau misalnya ID ditemukan, ya kan? Kalau ditemukan ya berarti dia akan di skip aja, seperti itu teman-teman. Oke? If ID to update, misalnya dia ketemu, maka selanjutnya adalah sw.writeLine like this. Oke, kalau tidak, so kita harus make sure dulu ini ID to delete ya. ID to delete seperti itu. Maka di sini adalah ID to delete like this. Jika dia tidak sama, jika dia sama, maka kita akan coba bikin di sini found true. Found sama dengan true. Tapi kalau tidak, ya berarti dia akan di write. Jadi kalau misalnya found, ya berarti posisinya dia nggak di write, cuma langsung dibikin found sama dengan true. Jadi akan skip aja seperti itu. And that's all. Hopefully it works. Finger crossed. Ya, error. Means message entry point. Oke, 20209. Add menu. Aku bikin apa di sini ya? Astaga. Oke, main static method silver entry point di 501. Main. Astaga, naga. Itu ya. Oke. .NET run. Ayo, aku harus jemput mamaku. Kita akan langsung admin dulu aja. Aku gedein aja ya teman-teman ya, seperti itu. Oh, kita taruh samping aja padahal. Sorry. Ngapain? ID-nya di sini misalnya 1 dada mentok 10.000 10 yes 2 sayap 8.000 10 no show menu already there. Ya mungkin kenapa sih dia posisinya ngegeser, karena dada mentok itu lebih banyak ya jumlah karakternya. Oke, and then we will update the menu. ID 1, item dada aja, harga 1000, 10. No, oh ini add another item, kita hilangin aja nanti. Oke, sekarang kalau kita show menu, ya malah jadi nambah. Ini karena tadi kita copy paste aja ya teman-teman ya, seperti itu. Tapi by default coba kalau kita delete ya sekarang ya. Oke. Satu. Dah, kehapus ya. Berarti tadi ada sedikit kesalahan di dalam update-nya. Oke, aku coba cek lagi di update-nya yang mana sih yang salah. Aduh, udah jam segini lagi. Kayaknya nggak sempet ya jemput emak aku ya. 12 dulu. Ya, seperti itu. Ya, salahnya di mana tadi di update. Coba kita lihat dulu file update kita di sini. Di sini found sama dengan true, dan kalau tidak kan dia akan di skip kan. Berarti yang lain di write ini dan cuma ini doang yang di write ulang. Tunggu. Ini harus pakai file, kayaknya harus pakai salah. Tunggu deh, kayak aku salah logika deh di sini. Harusnya tuh pakai file temporer sih di sini. Nilainya. Iya, nggak boleh beda, pantesan. Seperti itu, astaga. Dia akan nge-rewrite lagi dong, karena kan sama, dia ngambil data yang sama lagi. New item, new price, and then new stock. Oke, that's the problem teman-teman, karena kita lupa, karena kan ketika diterima sini struktur kita di atas kan sudah menggunakan item sama. Jadi kalau kita menggunakan parameter yang sama persis, dia akan menimpa file yang aktual seperti itu. Jadi that's all the tutorial for today, and hopefully it works. Hopefully kita akan keluar dari aplikasi. Aku save dulu, aku akan coba run. Ya, I still have limited time to pick up my mother. .NET run. Show menu, udah ada sayap. Kita langsung coba update aja ya biar cepat ya. Oke, input string was not incorrect. Alah, kecepatan. ID-nya tadi 2. Itemnya dada. 10.000. 10. 1. Tada! Sudah berhasil. Tadi karena ada sedikit kesalahan mengutip aplikasi. So, this is all of the codes for today. Ya, cuma sekitar 200 baris ya. It's not a problem for you. I think you have a good typing speed. Yeah, it will be not a problem for you. Okay, so see you on our meeting tomorrow morning on Friday at Lab CBT, and we will discuss more about this one and maybe try to add in the handling exceptions. Try and catch if the user is not input the right ID, is not input the right pilihan ya dalam menu aplikasi yang ada dalam aplikasi kita. Dan tolong teliti teman-teman ya. Tadi mainnya itu karena aku kecil, astaga ya. Karena biasa baik-baik aja nggak kepikiran. Ya pastikan semuanya itu sudah benar-benar benar. Seperti itu. Oke. That's all. Thank you. Have a nice day. God bless.